The rain fell relentlessly, a curtain of tears cascading from the obsidian sky as Jake, a weary taxi driver, navigated the labyrinthine streets of an unfamiliar city. The neon lights reflected off the glistening pavement, casting an eerie glow that painted the urban landscape in shades of unsettling crimson. It was well past midnight when Jake received a peculiar call on his dispatch radio. The voice on the other end was a tremulous whisper, barely audible above the din of the rain. A solitary figure, draped in a tattered cloak, stood beneath the flickering streetlight at the corner of Elm Street and Moonshadow Avenue. They needed a ride. Without hesitation, Jake steered his taxi towards the mysterious intersection. As he pulled up to the curb, the cloaked figure emerged from the shadows and entered the back seat without uttering a word. The air inside the taxi grew frigid, a spectral chill that sent shivers down Jake's spine. Guided by the ghostly instructions of his passenger, Jake ventured into the heart of the city, where the streets seemed to twist and contort like ethereal tendrils. The passenger's whispers, laden with the weight of unresolved sorrow, filled the confined space of the cab. Despite the chilling atmosphere, Jake's curiosity outweighed his fear. As they traversed the city's shadowed avenues, the taxi passed through forgotten alleys and desolate neighborhoods. Jake glimpsed fleeting apparitions in the rearview mirror, specters with hollow eyes and faces etched with the tales of unfinished journeys. The taxi itself seemed to traverse the boundary between the living and the dead, guided by an otherworldly force. The passenger's story unfolded in fragments, a haunting narrative of a life cut short and promises left unfulfilled. Through the ghostly whispers, Jake learned of a tragic accident that had taken place years ago on these very streets, leaving the spectral figure forever tethered to the realm of the living. As they approached the site of the accident, the rain intensified, creating a distorted vision through the taxi windows. Suddenly, the cab came to a chilling halt. The passenger, now a silhouette of sorrow, pointed to the rain-slicked pavement where a ghostly figure stood, a manifestation of the past, frozen in perpetual despair. The air inside the taxi grew thick with sorrow as the ghostly figure extended a translucent hand towards the cab. With a sense of foreboding, Jake understood the unspoken request. He stepped out into the pouring rain, feeling the weight of the ethereal. As Jake approached the ghostly figure, memories unfolded before him like phantasmal spectacles. He saw the accident, the pain, and the unfulfilled promises that bound the spirit to the earthly realm. In a moment of catharsis, he spoke the words that the ghost had longed to hear, words of understanding, forgiveness, and release. As the echoes of those words reverberated through the rain-soaked streets, the ghostly figure slowly dissipated into the night, leaving behind an ethereal serenity. The rain ceased, and the city returned to an uneasy calm. Jake, drenched and trembling, returned to his taxi, realizing that he had played a part in a spectral journey of redemption. The cloaked figure in the backseat had vanished, leaving behind only a faint, lingering whisper. Jake, haunted by the spectral encounter, resumed his journey through the city. The streets, once cloaked in an otherworldly pallor, returned to their mundane reality. As dawn approached, Jake found himself at the intersection of Elm Street and Moonshadow Avenue once again. The taxi's interior bore no traces of the ghostly encounter, but the memory lingered, a surreal chapter etched into the fabric of his reality. The taxi continued its journey through the waking city, its headlights cutting through the dissipating mist, carrying with it the echoes of a night where the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred in the mystique of spectral tales.